everybody. Welcome back to Seriously Podcast. I'm Mary.
I'm Brittany.
And if you guys are familiar with us, welcome back. And if you're not, we recap digital web series, so we're glad to have you with us. Today we're continuing our recap of Bigger on BT Plus Season 2.
Yes, and we are talking about Episode 8, Strangers at the Shiva. This episode focused on Vince, and what better guest to have with us today than Tristen J. Winger. Welcome.
Hey, what's happening?
What's happening? What's going on?
You know, chilling, drinking water, enjoying summer.
You outside?
Yes. Yeah. I'll be outside. I'm vaccinated. I'll be wearing my mask. I'll be outside. We here. It's been a year. Change. Ready to be outside. Let's go.
We outside with the mask on still.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so, it's been a while since you joined us. So let's kind of talk about Vince and his upgrade from Season 1 to Season 2. He is upgraded, okay?
Mm-hmm. Vince is the man.
He's the man. It's a new energy. He got new confidence.
Moving different.
He got new clothes. He got a better job, better paying gigs. Like he's great. And so like when I read the first episode of the season, and I saw that it described Vince as just having like just this better persona, like he was a boss now. Like that's what Lane said. She was like, and Vince is a boss now. And then I was like, yes, he's a boss. We ain't struggling no more. We ain't got too big clothes no more. He is winning, and I can't wait to see how much winning he's gonna be doing. So I was very excited to read it.
Yeah, I was excited to see Vince, winning, because Season 1 it was a struggle. It was a struggle, like he can't win.
Yeah, it was Vince was in a very sad place. He was he was in a place beyond the sunken place. He was just in a very dry place.
Mm-hmm.
I think the dry place is worse than the sunken place because you got no moisture, you're ashy, you're lost.
Some of his winning he owes to Shoshana, who's played by Tori Spelling. How was that meeting the Tori Spelling on set, and how was that like?
So Tori is so funny and fun and loving. She was so much fun to work with. Because she's so funny. Like we haven't really seen her do a lot of comedy, like 90210 and everything she's done with after that has been more like kind of drama focused. And so for her to be in this show with us and to be like playing Vince's love interest, I'm like, this is about to be real ridiculous. And I was right. And I was right, as we'll see in the rest of this episode.
When we first met Vince this season, the friends were kind of like, okay, what are you into? Are you scamming? You got a sugar mom? What's going on? Do you feel like Vince felt a way about them not saying like, okay, why can't he just be successful? Why it has to be some, something attached to it?
I mean, because it seemed to happen just overnight.
Yeah.
To them. It's like, how did he go from eating Hungry Man dinners to going to Boa, to going to Nobu? Like what? That's a $300 plate. We used to seeing them pick up, the little meals from Walmart, the freezer section for $4.98.
Yeah.
$6 if you buy two of them at once. So how you go from that to this in a week? So it's like, it makes sense as to why they would question, like, what's going on?
Right.
And can we save you?
Yeah. Do you need help?
Right. Blink twice if you need help. It makes sense for his friends to be, concerned.
Yeah.
At first.
Yeah. But I'm loving this new Vince this season. And, with this new money that he has, he also has like this confidence, and he's becoming like the person that, even freaking Dion goes to him for advice, and he's giving advice to Veronica. And it's like, we would have never thought that Vince would be that person.
Yeah.
People
need to stop sleeping with Vince. Just because Vince was broke and stubborn in the first season doesn't mean he's not a person you can confide in and who can give great advice and who is a person to lean on. Like, this is a new chapter for Vince.
Yeah. I know when we first met Shoshana, we was like, is Vince the side dude? Like we was questioning that. Like, what's this story? Like, where'd she come from? But he's loving this, like, I guess, sugar mama lifestyle. Like, he's not complaining.
It's great. I don't know if either of you have ever had a chance to be there, but it's a great position to be in. You know, just to
You've been
be
in there real life.
living your best life.
Jealous.
On someone else's dime, like that sounds like a fun place to be. Like, oh, okay, don't worry about gas money. I got you. Oh, that's great. Oh, you want a shake? You want a large shake?
Yeah.
Yeah, please, large shake. So it's like it's just
Yeah.
wonderful life.
My friends always joke like they want sugar daddies, but they don't want to give them the sugar. But it's like
That's the part. That's the
that's
part.
the part.
Oh, so now I got to perform.
Companionship is not enough.
Right.
Conversation is not enough.
Yeah, my presence or what cologne you like.
That's it.
Massage your feet with shea butter.
Oh my goodness. So before we get into episode, I did want to ask this one question from Nehemiahville. So we all know you, of course, Aqua Black Girl, Insecure. So she wants to know, do you feel the show Insecure opened up a lot of opportunities for you?
Absolutely, 1,000%. When my first episode of Insecure aired, it was the second episode of the season. Um, immediately Jay Ellis hit me up because one of his good friends, who's a manager, was like, "Yo, who was that in that scene with you? And does he have representation?" And so, like, it opened up the door for me as far as like representation is concerned, and also just people seeing on a very large platform my talent. And a lot of people believe that Thug Yoda is who I am. Like that's my personality. So when they meet me in person, they're very shocked. And even like sometimes when I'm submitted for casting for some shows or films, they're like, we don't know that he's gonna fit in this because we're looking for more contemporary. And it's like he's acting. Like he's not that's not how he is in real life. Like he's acting. So it's opened up a lot of opportunities, and now a lot of people know my work. I meet folks every day who really love the character, so I'm super grateful.
We love him.
Great actor, this guy. I feel like all your roles are so iconic and like so different. So that's amazing. Great
Thank
job.
you, thank you, thank you. I think so too.
Yeah.
I think so too. I mean, I'm grateful. Like Baby Voice Darius,
Yeah.
very funny. That got to be fun. Thug Yoda, very fun and hilarious, and people quote and meme him all the time.
Mhm.
And now we've got Vince, who is a more fleshed out character who's still a lot of fun.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So should we get into the episode?
Let's do it. Let's get into episode 208 of Bigger.
Yes, 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 yes.
So we start off. We're in 2003. This season we've been time traveling, y'all. In case y'all haven't noticed,
Yeah,
we just all over,
I
and
love it.
I love it too because the music for one always takes me back.
Yeah.
And Vince Mama, she's not really here for his music thing, but she's here for the engineering thing. Like she wants him to pursue engineering like his older brother did.
I said, where did brother come from?
We're learning about Vince in this episode, like, his family. I'm like, oh, he got more. Okay. So in present day, Vince is getting ready to go with Shoshana to meet her family for a Shiva, her stepbrother, I believe. Right? That's what he is. Her stepbrother died.
Yeah.
And so he's gonna go with her. She's stressing out because her family's a mess, and he had no idea.
I said she told him not to worry, and she's there balling, weed, everything. Like she's freaking out
while he's driving.
Yeah.
I don't know who does that, but I could never.
I wasn't even close with Mason.
You don't care?
I didn't cry at the funeral. Hell, I haven't even talked to my mom since she married his dad. Who is the man she cheated on my dad with? And don't get me started about my real brothers. They're like two walking prostates. Damn, the Kardashians ain't got shit on you guys.
So, they arrive and it's like awkward silence. And Vince is thinking like, they're thinking like, who's this black guy like coming in here? But in all actuality, it's really like, it's Shoshana, like, where's she been?
Mm.
She don't come around her family at all and nothing like that. Um, so so they're at that one point they're just fixing their plate, I guess the aunties over there giving all the family gossip and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then you hear this lady like, hey, Shoshana. And meanwhile, that's Shoshana's mom. But I thought that was so weird because in a black family event, you don't fix your plate before talking to your mother.
Yes.
Like, how dare you? So, but we instantly see why Shoshana kind of avoided her mom because her mom is tearing her down.
2 seconds in.
2 seconds
She's
in.
waiting for her. She's throwing shade.
Yes, yes. And the shade and the racist comments.
Are you losing weight? You have to watch that when you get older. Yes, I could see your cheekbones. And not in that good model way, but like those kids with the flies all over their faces.
Okay, Mom. Thanks.
What? I'm not racist, but they are literally on TV with the flies swarming all over their face. It's just inhumane. Someone should swat them off.
Not why don't somebody help them? Why don't they just swap the flies? Tristen, have you ever met like a girlfriend's parents and it was like, okay, this family's kind of crazy?
Has the family been crazy? You know, I think I'm a pretty good judge of character. So the women whose parents I've met, they've been all very cool,
Okay.
interesting people, but cool, like very very funny. My last girlfriend's parents were very hilarious. So I enjoy going over there a lot, going over to my parents' house, and they
Okay.
would cook a lot. So I was just like Vince in this episode, eating all the food every Sunday.
Will not let it go. Like, she kept saying, "Who is this that's eating all the food?" And I'm like, he had like 2 bites.
Let him live. The food is there for a reason.
I'm not gonna lie, Vince definitely, we definitely had like 12 bites.
He was going in, but
I was
my
chilling.
goodness.
I mean, we're here for 7 days. Man.
True. He was filling up on rice just in case everything else tasted gross.
Yeah. Which Shoshana's mom acts like, who is this? And he's like, oh, I'm her friend. So, like, oh, I thought this was your girl.
Yeah.
Okay. Because even Shoshana was like, oh, friend.
Right, because she was
Interesting.
about to introduce him as her boyfriend.
Right.
But he answered first.
Yeah, he stopped that right there. So that's interesting.
Odd.
So we meet her brothers, and they're just as bad as the mother. Just like
another headache.
horror. Like Shoshana was not kidding about this family.
Yeah.
Like she was not exaggerating at all.
Right. At their big age, they're still like talking about going to Harvard, and she went to Michigan. It's like,
right,
you're old as hell. I don't know if you've noticed, but why are you still talking about this? Like, you're all successful in your own rights. Like, it's okay.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. But I did find it hilarious when the brother like thought he knew Vince from the last event, and then he was like, "Not all black people look alike." Meanwhile, that was his whole twin.
That was literally Vince on the
picture. Yeah, that was a lot of fun because at first, like they were asking me like, "Hey, can you think your brother would want to be like have a cameo, but like just in a still photo? Like, can we get pictures of your brother?" And then he was like, "Nah." So it was like, "Okay, well, let's get other pictures of you then, just from other times, even if it was a long time ago. Let's just get more pictures of you." And I just thought that was so funny because it's just like it's definitely just a picture of me.
Oh my gosh, that has Vince right there.
But that happens in real life though, where people are like, "Oh, you look like someone," and you see them like, "That do look like me." Like what? Like doppelgangers are real.
Yeah, absolutely.
They out there.
They out there. Um,
So Shoshana's mom, she's literally trying to fix her up with a Jewish man at this Shiva, and
yeah.
I thought that was like so weird and so bold of her to be doing. While
But
Vince,
it's her friend.
but then
Her
again,
friend.
Vince said that he's her friend, so yeah.
True. True.
But then she
You
tried to
can't be that.
stop him when he went to go try to save Shoshana from like talking to this man, so she knows like that's not him.
And
That's
she
not.
sends Vince to like the secret rum room. And then she leaves him. And I'm thinking, okay, maybe she's like, okay, he's like, okay, I'll go and save Shoshana. But he went straight to the room.
He did.
Like,
He did.
He was forced. He was forced by the aunties.
He could have
all
said,
right.
"Excuse me, I have to go to the
Right.
bathroom." Did a U-turn and went to go save Shoshana. There are ways.
I mean, honestly. So we go back to the past and we see Vince on an interview and it's going well. It's for the engineering program and everything. But as fate would have it, the guy gets a call and the DJ drops out. So Vince is like, I'm your guy.
Yeah.
It's me. Forget about this. We were never here. Let's just and I guess that was the kind of the start of like, you know, his passion. Like I think that was another sign for him, like, I need to be DJing.
Right. He said, check out my MySpace. I said, shout out to MySpace.
Shout out to MySpace.
Yeah.
Don't forget your roots. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So we go back to present day at the Shiva and you know, Vince kind of explains to Shoshana, like, I don't like what your mom is doing. She's basically setting you up on Tinder dates right in front of my face. Like, I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not as fucked up as you telling my mom we're just friends.
Didn't that help you out? I don't want to make things worse by adding a black DJ boyfriend to the conversation.
Put a pin in that.
Put a pin in that. So, so Vince goes and to the bathroom. He overhears Shoshana's brother and his wife arguing, having this big argument about their mother. Of course, like she's telling him to be a man and step up to this mother, and he's not. And Vince, he was like so like obvious trying to get the tea. Like wasn't even trying to be low with it. Like I would have closed the door a little bit and listened in.
Right. He was
Like,
standing right there.
right there, like, what y'all say?
Speak up.
But he stops Vince and he's like, anything you heard? Not true. Not true.
You were never here.
You were never. And it comes out, he confides in him that he's divorcing her. You know, she doesn't do anything for me. So this is too much. Like, why are you sharing this with me?
Right.
I don't need to know this. Yes, I was listening, but I don't need to know.
Yeah, I don't need to be in your business. I'll hear your business, but I don't need to be in your business.
No, you don't need to know. There's a big difference.
Yeah, he just happened to stop by and like be you know, kind of like shocked by the information he was hearing. Like he didn't mean to stop and listen, but he was petrified.
Yeah.
You ever hear some petrifying information? Like it just comes out of nowhere. It's just like,
where do you go from there?
What do you do?
Like, well, now I need the conclusion.
What happens next?
So I have to stay right here and binge this conversation.
Because it has to make sense to me at the end. Like,
I need all of it.
Yeah, I'm just going to be thinking about it all day. Like, what happened next?
What's the conclusion? Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
But it's crazy that no one actually stands up to this mom. Like, she's overbearing as hell. All these kids, well, all her kids are grown, and they're still, like, afraid to, like, talk to her about how she is with them. Like, it's crazy that we're all like that in some way. Like, we're
I'm like, you said it, no,
like certain ways.
Please, the minute I'm like, you need to, never mind. Like, moms don't play, but but she's obviously my mom's not that bad. She's off the, I don't even know. Shoshana's mom is the worst.
On another level.
Yeah.
Yeah. And racist. So.
Yeah, that too. That too. Come on.
Uh, so this same brother, he's stressing. The other brother's stressing as well. So the guys all decide to just go smoke like around the corner somewhere.
Yeah.
And we find out that one of them, one of the brothers, had an experience with a woman that may come off a bit
Questionable.
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 Yeah, depending on who you ask, I would say.
Right. The majority, the room says, he's exploring gender fluidity. Okay.
That's what I assume. But they went straight to you're gay. Like they know the rules of being gay, I guess. Like
Right.
no, he's just exploring. He explored, he enjoyed something and he enjoyed something that stimulated him and you know, it is what it is. But they were just like, no, you're gay. It's
Hmm.
cool, but you're gay.
Right.
But he doesn't get it. He's like, I don't understand how.
How? There was a woman there.
It's questionable. It's questionable. And Vince is traumatized. He's traumatized by the whole experience. He's like, I don't even know what just happened.
Every day it's something new.
This is day 3, and we learned so much about this family.
So
Like,
much
so much we didn't need to know about this family.
at all.
Hmm.
Um, yeah.
So Vince and Shoshana, they're driving, I guess, back to their hotel or whatever, and he brings up that he's not really feeling that she was talking to this Brandon guy, and once again, it's like, why are you bringing this up if this is your friend, sir?
You can't be mad.
Can't be mad.
Mad at the love you could have had.
Hello. Well, does Vince want to be with Shoshana?
He's enjoying himself for the time being.
Okay.
Oh, that's an
You know,
interesting
We're
response.
going with the
he's
flow.
enjoying himself for the time being. Like, this is cool. Let's just stay here. Like, he's being present. Vince is
Right.
being present.
Okay.
He's not stressing himself out about the future. He's not anxious. He's just like, yeah, this right here is cool. Yeah.
Right. It's a vibe.
Yeah, he vibing.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Women hate that. We're going with the flow. We're just
Yeah.
vibing. We
But
want,
then
what are we doing?
don't get
What's the end
upset.
game? What's happening?
Yeah. But don't get upset when we start entertaining others because this was just the vibe.
Ooh, it was just a flow.
It's just the
Yeah.
flow. But Shoshana basically says, she can't stand up to her mom. Like she's just basically playing along while they're there because she knows that if she doesn't, like her mom is just going to continue being overbearing. And he says to her, like, you're a grown ass woman. Why do you have to deal with that? And to me, that that struck a chord because it's like, yeah, she's grown. So why didn't you allow her to be able to say that you
Oh,
are her boyfriend?
that's true too.
Mm, mm.
Yeah, yeah,
They need
both
to talk
grown.
about that. They need to have a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Let's really
Yeah,
talk.
she said he was trying to save her from having a conversation, but if she
Yeah,
grown, she can handle
you can say
herself.
that.
It's true.
And we also learn a little bit more about Vince and his family dynamic. Right now, him and his mom don't talk like at all. Like the mom
Yeah.
stays with his brother, and his father was absent. His,
Hmm.
majority of his life, he doesn't have a relationship with his father at all,
Yeah.
or his mother right now. So that was unfortunate to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, interesting that they've been dating like this whole time and they really never knew about like their family.
Yeah. It's just something that they both, I guess, just swept under the rug and like
Right.
avoided because they knew that their families had some generational baggage. So
Mm-hmm.
they just didn't bring it up. And now it's all coming out.
Yeah.
All at once.
Cause I'm trying to think like when's like the timeline you would think you would share. Like when you're first dating someone, you don't really go deep into like my family traumas and dynamics and stuff. So how long have they been
Right.
dating? I think like a couple months, right?
Yeah, probably a couple months.
Hmm.
Probably like a month, 2 months or something like that, probably.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fairly early.
Yeah, but the
Mhm.
only natural way of something like that coming up is like at like a funeral or
Yeah.
wedding or something like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or any kind of a trip you take to meet the parents.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we're back at the Shiva, day number 4. He's ready to eat, and right now they're looking out for him, if you will. They got fried
They
chicken.
call looking out.
This is what they call looking out. They said, let's hook them up. They got fried chicken, collard greens, and a decorative watermelon.
Yes.
Wow. Vince didn't want no parts.
No part.
Nah.
That chicken was looking very light.
Like, what is this? Like, y'all tried it.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if y'all noticed, but like in the previous episodes, like there was always a theme. There was like Mexican food, and then there was like Chinese food, and then on this day where Vince pulled up, it was like, and now we got the black food. Oh, what's up, homie? Go ahead and get you some watermelon and a side of fried chicken. And while you at it, why not get some collard greens, homie? Yeah, boy.
Basically. Like, what?
That's what it felt like. That was the energy.
That was definitely the energy. And Vince,
It was real. Why are you talking to me like that? I'm a human being. No.
Right.
and I don't blame Vince for not eating. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'll just have a glass of water.
I'm going to a drive-through. Like I'm not even eating here.
Yeah. And Vince likes to eat, so you know he wasn't having it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we go back in the day. It's a family party. So I love how this episode, everything that's happened in present day reminds him of his like own past. So this is like a party he goes back to, and we like meet his brother Rance, which
Right.
Yep.
interesting name,
Yeah,
Rance.
yeah, yeah.
It's clear that Rance is the mom's like kind of favorite son. You kind of see that dynamic. Mm-hmm.
You see
Shane,
it. You see it,
you,
Tristen.
you
You
see
see it.
it. He's a successful engineer.
Yes.
But his mom wanted that for him too. She wants,
Hmm.
she wants to have two. She wants to be able to, call auntie and them and be like, I got 2 engineer boys. Like, but right now, his brother's like the spotlight right now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and he shares with him like, he got into the program, but I don't want it. He's
Right.
like real with him, and like he just feels like he doesn't have a choice. Like
Right.
DJing, producing music, that's his path. And I like that Vince did that, because a lot of people would just follow their parents' dreams and not their own dreams.
That's
A
what
lot
Rance.
of people do that. Hmm?
I said that's what Rance did because he asked him
Yeah.
like if you weren't doing engineering, what would you do? And he said, I don't know. Like he never really even thought about it. Like his mom's dreams became his
But
dreams.
he don't seem like he's complaining about like it worked out for him, but not
No,
for Vince.
it wasn't for him. He wanted to pursue his passion, and it's
Yeah.
like in that that. Well, you don't know this, but that came from a conversation me and the writer Devon Shepard had about my college life, because I went to college for mechanical engineering, and then I was introduced to music production because I was a huge Neptunes fan, huge Pharrell fan, and like I wanted to produce music. And I didn't want to do math every day for the rest of my life. That looked real boring. I was in this engineering program in class, bored out of my mind. Um, and yeah, that's where this came from. It's like, am I going to do this for the rest of my life? This shit that I'm bored with? Like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
This is awful. This is awful. Like, yes, you get paid well eventually, but like, this ain't fun.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm here for fun. Where the fun at?
Where the fun at? And that's how, like, I feel like you'll be truly happy that way. You won't be happy doing something that you love. The money will come.
Yeah. Like to me, even Rance didn't look like he was happy. He looked like he settled too. Like because he didn't
Mm,
sound excited about engineering. He was just like, no, I just did it because that's what she wanted me to do. So
right.
that's my life now.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. But Vince is going after his dreams, okay?
Yeah.
So the next day at the Shiva, Vince is making it clear that Shoshana is his girl. Like he's standing up, like he's like, so Shoshana's playing along a little bit too well with this guy. Like, okay, this is day 5, and you kikiing a little bit too much, so I need to talk to you over here.
He said, "Hey, babe." What's that? Babe, is it?
It's babe.
Okay.
Like you doing too much.
This is new.
You put the emphasis on them B's. Hey, babe. Make sure you hear all these consonants.
Yes.
Bring it in for a huddle. Mwah, mwah.
And Shoshana's like, wait, what? I just have to do it for a couple more days. Like, girl, stop.
Yeah,
Nah, we're not doing that. So he goes to the bathroom. This bathroom is giving you all the tea. This is the bathroom. He sees the brother's wife crying her eyes out. And she's like, oh, I just got a text message. And then he's like, oh, I'm sorry about the divorce. Sir,
Why
Vince don't know the game. When you have tea and you're not supposed to know it, you're supposed to always act like you don't know. You're supposed to say, what's wrong? Oh, a divorce. What?
That's crazy.
Vince is like, oh, I'm sorry about the divorce. Who said anything about divorce? Look at you.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah. What? Who said divorce? Didn't you say divorce? Didn't you just say divorce? Damn, that's crazy. That's when you said divorce. Damn.
I say nothing.
My pastor said I was clairvoyant.
And she goes up to him. She goes full Karen. She went off.
The
Okay?
two were
Gone. How dare you?
You fucking asshole! You told a fucking stranger we were already divorced? You just filed yesterday! You... Whoa! Pencil, make further!
Did she say pencil? It's not shaped like a pencil. It's got some dirt.
Shut up! How could you?
Me? How could you? I thought we were family. Family? I don't know you white people.
Vince is like, first of all, I don't even want to be here. I don't want none of this. Y'all are putting me in your business. Because the mom started blaming Vince, like he's inserting himself into our life. Like, what?
Everybody's playing the blame game, like pointing fingers. Yeah. It's like, how did we get here, guys?
And Vince airs everybody's business out. Everybody.
Yeah. They're all crazy. They're all crazy. They're all insane. Yeah. One brother is getting pegged in the butt.
Right. And then he's going to say, I think Vince said something about inserting himself. He's like, oh, that's gay. Sir, have a seat. Have a seat.
You can't talk.
At this point, Shoshana has had enough. She goes off on her family. Like, she goes ballistic. She has a moment. And then she quickly apologizes because, it's her family. She don't upset anybody.
We lie to each other at every event, whether it's a birthday party or a fucking memorial. I mean, we might be family, but I feel like we don't even know each other. And that's probably why Max felt more comfortable telling Vince about his divorce than any of us, because he knew that we would just judge him, not support him or show empathy. Just judge. Like he's some random person off the street. And that's not family.
And the mom is just like, she's dehydrated, y'all. Like,
she said she's not well. Jungle fever.
She said jungle fever as if jungle fever is one, a real thing, and two, like it just makes you just like out of your mind and not able to make decisions and speak out of turn and just behave like an uncontrollable child. What? Jungle fever. You wish you had jungle fever.
Hello.
You just got COVID.
Not COVID. Oh no. Oh my God. So at this point, the stepdad, he finally speaks up. He's like, enough. Like, life is too short. Mm-hmm. And, because, Shoshana didn't really like him because of how him and his mom got together. But he's like, I love you as my own. Like, I want the best for you. Like, I don't care who you're dating or whatever. Like, it was a nice moment. Like, I don't know if this family grew from it, But
it was a nice moment, but why were they clapping? I was like, y'all clap for everything. This is ridiculous.
everything was a round of applause.
It's like when people clap in the movie theater. It's like they can't hear you. They can't hear you.
They can't.
I think it's just a reflex. People just ah.
Yeah, that's it.
Beautiful
And
moment.
too. We clap for that too when the plane lands.
No, yes,
Oh my
we
God.
have to clap for that. Okay.
We did it.
All right. I'll give one.
No, I'd be like, thank God. I do all that.
Oh my gosh. So Vince and Shoshana are just kind of talking about the day, and Vince is like, you know what, nobody's family is perfect. You know, you have to look crazy in the eye and take a stand, which makes him think about his mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um so he tells, was this present day or past day?
I think that was a flashback audio.
Yes.
I think that was his way of saying like he had the opportunity to say something to her, but he really didn't.
Yes, because he tells her like, "Oh, I got the DJ job," but he didn't tell her that he didn't
That's what
take
he
the
wanted to
engineering.
pursue. Yeah,
Right,
he said a job, and she was like, "Oh, great! Like now you can use that to like pay for school." But he didn't say like, "I'm actually not going to school."
right. He said, "Yep, I can," and that was it
Yeah.
for amount of years.
Right. It was like he was lying by omission.
Yeah. hmm So present
Hmm.
day, all of this craziness, like he's like, you know what? Let me call my mom,
Yeah, I need
and
my mama at this
yeah, I
point.
need to talk to my mama, and she's like, new phone, who this?
Yeah.
Until it realized that she's actually, I want to say maybe like dementia, or
Yeah.
that was just so sad because Vince had not been in her life at all. Like he doesn't know. I guess maybe Rance keeps him up to date with like her health, but just as far as their relationship, they don't talk at all, which it was very sad to see.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Imagine like having an estranged parent.
yeah,
You talk to a while. I mean, like you get little updates, but like to actually take that courage to be like, whew, all right, I'm gonna take this step and I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna stop thinking about it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna have a conversation. I'm gonna meet up with them. I'm going to say the things that I've always wanted to say and getting that off your chest. Um, Especially when that parent or whoever that person is has some ailment that that you can't blame them for, but also it's like you may not be responsible for this, but you're responsible for these other things.
yeah,
So I'm letting you know that this affected me.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
But
like he tells her,
yeah.
he tells her like about his passion for music, and she's like, "Oh, I love music. I'm happy." Which is like, he was like, "You was never happy." So it's like, I don't think he ever is going to get that closure because she can't have that conversation with him.
Yeah, but I feel like in some way, like he got something out of it because he was able to say it.
Right.
Yeah.
He was able to get these words out to her. Like he was able to say this to her. He'd been thinking about doing it for a long time, and then convincing himself that he didn't need to do it. Also, probably telling himself that, well, what's the point? She's not gonna understand anyway. But then it's like, but no, I need to say this for myself. So, and who knows? Maybe he's done this before, but I have a feeling he hasn't. I feel like that was the moment for him.
Yeah. I think this week definitely opened his eyes. And like Shoshana's stepdad talking about life is short and family importance. I think this all like was okay, yeah, I need to get my family situation together.
Yeah. So he said that he was settling doing the DJing thing, but he really did want to pursue being a producer.
Right.
So that was real.
Are you talking about for me?
Yeah.
No, I mean the real part for me was like wanting to be a producer, but also the correlation is like settling for something that's safe. So settling for something that like maybe your parents want to do, or it's something that your parents mention. It's like, well, all right, well, if you're gonna do this, you need a job. So it's like, all right, well, I want to produce music, but I'm gonna go work 40 hours a week at Target, which is what I did, working 40 hours a week at Target while going to school for after I flunked out of college. I went to audio engineering school, but then I was working 40 hours a week. So it's like, oh, I got to do something to support myself. So it's like, that's where that comes in. It's like settling. It's like, okay, well then, yeah, maybe I'll just, maybe, I can still produce music for myself and then like have a day job.
Yeah.
It's like, it's that don't quit your day job mentality. When really it's like, do what makes you happy. And if this is meant to be something that you can make a career out of, so be it. If not, then so be it.
Yeah.
I mean, the point is not to be looking for something that's like, what's going to make me successful? Well, first of all, what does success mean to you? Does it mean that you're making a whole lot of money? Because more money equals more problems. It truly does. So success, we all measure success differently. So it's all about finding what success looks like to you and for yourself. So you can go ahead and find that or create it.
Come on. That's a lesson right there. Come on.
Message.
Preach.
All right, so let's get into the question, comments, and concerns. The writer's room. Not even seriously. Okay, so let's read a few from some listeners. Some of them are for like specifically you or your character Vince. We could start off with Linda Star Music. She wants to know, do you think Vince would be team Spotify or team Apple Music?
Vince's team vinyl and CDs. But if he had to choose one, it'd probably be Apple Music because they pay. It'd probably be Apple Music because they pay the artists more.
True. And you need that money.
Yeah, you need that money.
What are your top 3 favorite albums / artists?
Top 3 favorite albums, mine or Vince's?
Let's do you.
They're the same person. Musically, they're the same person. Top 3 favorite albums. The first one that comes to mind is "In Search of" by NERD, because that album came out in 2001, 2002. It might have been 2001. But like that was the soundtrack to my adolescence, to like me graduating from high school and going to college. That and number 2, which would be the Neptunes Present Clones, which came out in 2003. The year I graduated from high school and was going to college, and I played that album nonstop for at least a month. Like it was the only CD I was listening to for a month. Then let's see, number 3. Number 3 is difficult because music be popping.
It do.
It do be popping. I kind of want to say The Blueprint by Jay-Z.
Mm-hmm.
That came out in 2001. That came out on 9/11, 2001. And that was just, it introduced us to Kanye West and Just Blaze. Introduced me to Kanye West and Just Blaze. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I remember listening to Renegade over and over and over again so I could learn Eminem's verse. It was great. I was locked outside of my house here, sitting on my porch, listening to that song over and over and over again. Learn the verse. So, yeah, I'll say those 3.
See, the early 2000 music is different. It hit different.
It's different.
Yeah.
But you understand it. No, number 1. You know what the people are saying.
That's number 1.
This is true.
Very true. Well, this kind of goes into BJ's 527 question. What is your favorite era of music and why?
My favorite era of music was definitely like the early to mid, the early 2000s. That first decade of the 2000s. There was just a lot of dope music, and that was just very formative for me because I had just started producing music, so I was really heavy into like production, and I was listening to music differently. I was listening to the beats more. to the instrumentals a lot more and creating music on my own.
Mm-hmm.
So that set the foundation for my taste in music, R&B and hip hop.
Yes, love it. I love how much
Yeah.
you're like Vince as far as like the music side. It's very cool.
Thank you. We are almost one. We're very close.
So you still doing music like today?
A little bit.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit. Yeah. Not as much as Vince, but
Yeah,
yeah. When I have time and I feel inspired.
yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
So Vince's character really wants to now go into producing. He really did want to become a producer.
Yeah. He wants to become a producer. So yeah, that'll be the path for Vince. Yeah.
Literally, when I first saw the episode, I thought he was just doing that just to please his mom. I didn't realize it until that I watched it the second time. I'm like, oh, he really did want to become a producer. I thought he
Hmm.
was just doing that because at Sho Sho early in the episode, she said that we just continue to try to please our parents. So I thought that's what
Yeah.
he was trying to do in this episode.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's where the DJing came in because when he presented that to his mom, it was like, hey, I got a job playing music. It plays, I think he said $1,800 or something like that. It pays $1,800, like for what he played maybe 4 or 6 hours
Mm-hmm.
for that party or whatever, and it's like I'm making real money. I think maybe it was $2,000 for a party, and it's like,
Yeah.
see,
Mm-hmm.
and it's easier for her to digest. It's like, oh, by playing music, you can make money.
Mm.
He is like, yes. Versus in her mind, where she was like, oh, that's different from making music.
Yeah.
What is music production? That's what is that? It just sounds like you're making noise. So that made sense. And so he was like, okay, well, this is a pill that my mom can swallow. I guess I can swallow it too.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But that prescription was not for him.
No. But even like season one, I don't know if DJing was for him because like he struggled to find like solid gigs. Like he had the breakfast shift, which was nothing. He didn't really like he
Well,
had trouble getting into present day too, which was like, come on, if you want to be on top of music, you need to know everybody.
true. But the thing is with like music production and like DJing, they do go hand in hand because that's where hip hop production comes from. It came from like the DJs like cutting a record back and like looping it over and over again and then putting like finding a break on a song that has like drums that can be repeated over and over again.
Mhm.
So they go hand in hand. So like, but like DJing was more easily digestible because it's like, see, look, I can make money right now because people need parties, and I supply the party because I'm the DJ. Whereas producing music, you could be producing music for years before selling one track
Right.
or selling any at all. Like you could just like not sell any music at all. Then you just got all this music that you made yourself. So
Yeah.
DJing was easier.
That's where the money resides.
Yeah. Where
Mm-hmm.
money reside, where money
Money
reside.
reside.
No wonder so many people become DJs.
Right. Everybody a DJ.
Everybody a DJ. All these celebrities are DJs. I'm like,
Hey, it might be me too. Who knows? Let's see what happens.
How do you feel there is a real future with Vince and Shoshana?
Mm, as of right now, in episode 208, it looks like there is something.
Okay.
It looks like there might be something because they came to an understanding and they were both like, I see you. They see each other differently now because, well, they do see each other differently, but more so Vince sees Shoshana differently because he's able to see where she comes from
Mm-hmm.
in a way through her mother and her brothers,
Yeah.
and then also like what she has to deal with her more extended family. So right now he's like, okay, cool. This was weird, but like I got you, boo.
Yeah.
That's where he's at
I
right
got
now.
you back. He's so supportive.
Hmm. Vince is loyal.
He is. He gonna
Vince is
stick
loyal.
beside him.
So he didn't need all that flap from his friends talking about, oh, you selling drugs? Are you scamming? Oh, whose credit card is this? He didn't need all that heat because he's loyal.
Exactly. Exactly. A good guy.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Dion and Lane's situation on and off again? This roller coaster.
How do I feel about it, or how does Vince feel about it?
No, you, Tristen.
Honestly, it just feels like a lot of relationships. A lot of times, you're just trying to figure things out. Like, you want to be happy with this other person, and you're trying to figure out how. So you're trying things, you're messing up, you're trying things, you're finding success, you're trying things. You got to start back over where you first came in and started. So it's like it's understandable, and I get it.
Yeah.
Because it's like, all right, is this not working because I'm not doing something correctly, or is this not working because we're not meant to be together? And it's like trying to figure out, like, what is it?
Yeah.
Like, because I don't want to just give up, but also it's like, is this a sign that we should not be doing this? So it takes a lot of figuring out, and that's what they're doing. Dion and Lane are trying to figure this shit out with their messy asses.
Gotta figure it out. It's too much.
It's a
Mhm.
little bit stressful, yeah.
Yeah. All right, so we have another question from Nehemiahville, and I want you to answer this as yourself and Vince. The question is, what advice do you have for your younger self? So, like, what advice would Vince give his younger self, and then you as well?
Vince would tell his younger self to speak up for himself and not let people control the decisions that he makes. I would tell my younger self to stay creative and stay curious and continue to expand your imagination and stay in keyboarding class so you can produce better music and know how to play the piano because it's sexy and also it's cool
Mm-hmm.
and piano is dope. So
Yes, love that. Yeah, I always say that. I wish I stayed on instruments back in elementary school.
definitely.
It's a cool skill to have.
It is. Look at all these people on Instagram that play instruments. Like,
Yeah.
people love them.
All yes.
Right?
Books.
Booked and busy.
I know.
Yeah.
All right, Tristen, this was so much fun. Thank you so much for joining us yet again to talk about season 2 of Bigger. Congratulations on everything that you're doing. You're killing it everywhere. We love to see it. Can you just share with everyone, where they can follow you and any upcoming projects you have going on?
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Tristen J Winger. Your boy just got verified on Instagram, which is so nice. Look at that.
I said blue check. Come on.
Blue check. I hope the blue check comes with some blue checks. Come on now. And as for future projects, wow, there are a couple. I can't say what they are specifically, but 2 of them are voiceover roles, so you won't see my face, but you will hear my voice.
Oh.
And then one of them you'll see sometime this year, maybe in the fall. So
okay,
it's very vague, but
very
there
vague.
are things.
Very vague. You're supposed to drop some exclusives over here.
A little song.
I'm not getting in trouble. No,
he's not Vince.
Divorce? What? No, I don't know. I didn't say anything about divorce. Beyonce music video? No.
No?
I thought, didn't somebody say Beyonce? No. Okay. Oh, okay.
You said nothing?
I thought every conversation was a conversation about Beyonce. My bad.
Love it. Thank you so much, Tristen.
You're very welcome. Thanks, y'all.
Yes. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining us again for another episode of Seriously Podcast. If you're not already, please follow us on all social media platforms at Seriously Podcast. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you could email us at seriouslypodcast@gmail.com. Until next week. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.